All of us are acutely aware of the sealed records of Obama, everything from his baptismal certificate, marriage license, why he was disbarred by the Illinois bar, his birth certificate, of course, allegedly in a vault in Honolulu, a ton of other records from Columbia College, Occidental College, and even that he was alleged to have been the president of the Harvard Law Review. Yet any articles that he would have had to write in order to attain that position have all been sealed. So we don't know an awful lot about the man, but let me tell you what we do know. We do know this, that he is a chain smoker, that he constantly smokes cigarettes, and that he has not been able to kick that habit. During the campaign, the primary and the general election, he tried to hide it, but recognized that it just could not be done, being a chain smoker on long flights from one campaign stop to another. So he singled out Anderson Cooper of CNN after the election was taking place and the inauguration, recognizing now that he's got to smoke in the White House. He cannot go outside on the White House grounds where people can visibly see him, or up on the roof and smoke, that he's actually got to smoke in the White House. Everybody now knows, since the Anderson Cooper interview, that he is a smoker. What they are not aware of is that a special room has been conducted. One of the bathrooms have been now orchestrated or conducted to be a smoking room for the alleged president of the United States. That's number one. Number two of things that we know about Obama is this, is that we know that he is legally, lawfully married to who was Michelle Robinson. I now refer to as Michelle, the fist bumper Obama. But what we don't know is any other woman on planet Earth that has had anything to do in a romantic dating way with what is a 6'2", strapping, relatively handsome, well-spoken, very aggressive and forward-thinking and intellectual black man. Yet there's only one woman on the planet entirely that we are aware of that has ever dated him. Only one woman. I had an interview with a radio station host who happened to be female, and we were discussing the Columbia University missing years, and she said to me, listen, I don't care how many students were at Columbia University, if were I there and Obama walked past me, I would remember him as tall and handsome and well-spoken and strapping and striking as he is. Don't you American people find it strange that there's not another woman on this planet that knows what Obama's kiss is like? I mean, even growing up in high school or at Occidental College or his wandering years, no other woman? You mean Obama was a virgin? It appears from the record, planetary-wise, that Obama was a virgin when he met Michelle. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. There are men who have come forward, one of them being Donald Young and the other being Larry Sinclair. Oh, now I get the picture. No women, but two men that have come forward and have stated Obama's sexual dating practices and drug practices, by the way. Now, he admitted in his book, Dreams from My Father, that he was a drug user. Well, let me ask you a question. If he's unable and had to admit that he's unable to kick nicotine, is he still addicted to cocaine? I've got another question about the Obama that we know. Reggie Love, a handsome, well-spoken, polite black man who has been brought into the Obama administration, and he accompanies Obama everywhere he goes. Everywhere. If Obama is going to Paris, Reggie Love goes. If Obama's going to China, Reggie Love goes. If Obama's going to the bathroom, Reggie Love goes. If Obama's going to the gym, only Obama and Reggie Love go to the gym to work out, shoot some hoops, and then hit the shower. Only Obama and Reggie Love. He's a black man. You've seen him. You don't know that you've seen him, but you've seen him in the background with Obama everywhere he goes. So now what's going on with Reggie Love and Obama? And I'm simply saying that it is unusual for a man to get to the place in life where Obama is at and only have experience with just one woman. So the matter of the birth certificate that is now being pressed and released, Obama has leaked the information. The Kenyan parliamentarian, the young man who's a member of the Kenyan parliament who stated that Obama was born in Kenya, was simply a leaking of information. Obama wants you to know that. Obama has given the authority for that parliamentarian to make that statement because he recognizes that the CIA, Columbia, Obama sedition and treason trial will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that Obama was indeed an illegal alien and he's not a natural born citizen and that he was born in Kenya. So he is leaking the information. Obama gambled, and so did many others, in the Zygmunt Brzezinski trilateral, if you will, grouping of mobsters that are respected in global politics and global banking. They gambled that if Obama could make it through the primary and the general and the election and the installation without the birth certificate hindering him, the only other people on the planet that can make the birth certificate issue a matter of concern for the American people would be the American media. And when they finally reeled in Fox News by investing heavily, literally billions of dollars into the Fox News operation, they reeled in Rupert Murdoch, they reeled in Bill O'Reilly, and then in January of this year, they gave Glenn Beck, they gave Glenn Beck a job with Fox News, and that was the end of story. So the gamble was, and the plan was, if you can shut down the media from talking about the birth certificate, and everybody knows that the media has been shut down, then the birth certificate issue was not going to go anywhere, and it was never going to haunt Obama, and he could never be tried for treason and for sedition and fraud because he is not a natural born citizen. They thought it was going away, but it didn't. What we are demonstrating, now come up close, America, I want you to listen to me. What we are demonstrating in the trial and the days leading up to the trial is that we now have the power to circumvent, to go around the dunghead or the mainstream or the lamestream or the drive-by media. We have the power to go around them because the birth certificate issue has not died, but it has enlivened. Again, the gamble was if you could stop the media, mainstream dunghead media from talking about it, nobody would talk about it. They were wrong. They were absolutely wrong. Now here, our goal in the CIA, Columbia, Obama, sedition and treason trial would be to raise the awareness of 70 million. Our goal would be to raise the awareness of 70 million Americans of a laid out, clearly trail of Obama's sealed information, unsealed information, CIA information, Columbia information, Harvard Occidental information, and the door through which we have walked where the information first started filtering to me was from Columbia University, and it is rock solid. I told you I had an eyewitness. This information now laid out to 70 million people in the American scene will then bring Obama to a point where there'll be no confidence in him. He'll be unable to operate. But the other thing is that what we want to be able to do is that we want these 70 million people to reach a point to recognize that not only is Obama a fraud, but he has indeed done great injury to our republic as America. That is the goal of the CIA Columbia Obama trial. And if we get the 70,000 people that I'm expecting to show up, that means you got to come in order to have 70,000. Then the 70,000 will then be able to fully communicate to 70 million Americans the entire history of Obama, all the things I just laid out, but more with documented evidence about his fraudulent wire fraud, mail fraud, radio, television fraud, and sedition and treasonous behavior. The trial begins May the 14th right here in New York City, starting with a march around Columbia University, then marching to the church, the Outlaw World Missionary Church, where the gavel will fall and the trial begin. You have got to be here to make up that 70 million.
Outlaw. That's what God said. That's what God said.